Welcome to the program. Thank you so much for making time. We're glad to have your company. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Welcome you to Entrepreneurs Hub. Well, today it's a great conversation. We're having a woman, a mother. Wow, when it comes to women, educate a woman, educate a girl, you're educating the entire nation. And yes, and it's good to be a woman. Salute to Dr. Jen, our guest for the day. That is Dr. Jen Kayondo, the founder and CEO of Aralt International Limited. They are located in Nkumba, and we shall be getting to know so much more of what they do. Well, after she sat down, discovered the unique challenges, getting to realize the unique challenges that are there in her continent, she decided to start Aralt International Limited to help out when it comes to communication, adaptability, and the society we live in when it comes to entrepreneurship. So she reaches out to individuals and organizations to really get to understand how they can maneuver or stand firm in what they're doing when it comes to emotional intelligence, commitment, communication, leadership skills. So basically, Aralt International Limited is there to help transform Africa. Yes, that is the research a little bit about Aralt International Limited, but I want us to sit down with Dr. Jen and really understand how you and I can benefit out of all this right here on Entrepreneurs Hub. Keep watching. Just with the viewer and let them know something they do not know really about you, more about yourself.
Yes, so I'm a medical doctor actually. I spent my life career in health research. So I went into entrepreneurship, into business in my retirement season. So I started this company called Rounding Up the Edges International, which is a registered company. Our main focus is on soft skills. Many people ask, what are soft skills? What are soft skills? We shall get into that. But in order for the viewers to be able to understand what the company is about, soft skills are those of your skills which are not technical. Your people skills, sometimes we call them transferable skills, sometimes we call them life skills, sometimes we call them now power skills. So good examples include communication skills, time management, emotional intelligence, critical thinking, how you lead, how you manage, all those skills that are not technical, but are very vital for a company, for a business, for an organization, for a human being to live, to survive, and to be profitable if you are a business. Yes.
Well, what would have been the motivation, the inspiration that drove you to take this particular path in life, and some of the issues that you're trying to deal with on the international scene as far as Africa is concerned?
Yes. So my inspiration for venturing into soft skills business started way back at the beginning of my career. And it came out of a need I saw. So here I was a young doctor, but well qualified. I already had my postgraduate training in public health. I had my master's in epidemiology. In terms of hard skills, I was as good as I could get at that age. So I was very fortunate. I was given to lead intergovernmental research program on HIV/AIDS. It was at the time when HIV/AIDS was starting. So this was a program between the Uganda government, the British government, and the British Medical Research Council, and the Uganda Virus Research Institute. So we all got together and wrote an MOU, and I was handed this responsibility as the national head of this program. That's when I realized that actually my toolkit was half full, or maybe even half empty. Because here I was, technically competent, qualified and everything, but I knew nothing about leadership. I knew nothing about management. I had no idea about managing people. I didn't actually know how to speak the way I am speaking now. I didn't have an understanding of how I was going to lead this big thing. My technical competence wasn't going to be useful because I was going to hire people to do the work. I was the leader. and I didn't have
Any ideas?
any idea how to do that. I realized that it's possible to come out of school and you are not ready for the world. I was totally unready. It bothered me a lot. And you know, when something bothers you, you see it all the time. So, did I do the job? I started the MRC program at the Uganda Virus Research Institute. It's now a big, big program. Yes, of course, I did the job. But it was painful because of lack of these skills.
At the end of the day, you kept feeling trapped.
I kept feeling trapped. I kept feeling inefficient. And I was learning like crazy, but nowhere to learn from. I have disappointments. Of course, I made mistakes. I learned as best I could. Then I realized this is not right.
Now, through it all, what are some of those skills that you cited out and you're like, this one out there who's watching needs them on a day-to-day for them to thrive?
So, for communication, everyone needs it. Can you communicate well? Do you listen? Do you have the skills for listening? Now we have gone into technology. Are your skills for communicating online as good as they can be? Can you speak in public? Can you negotiate? Are you able to give feedback? So there's a whole lot of need around communication. Now talk of time management. Many people think time management is punctuality. Punctuality is the easy part. You start early, you get there on time. But do you know how to set goals? Do you know how to follow your goals through? Can you prioritize? Do you know how to deal with different assignments or different roles at the same time? Do you know the skills for avoiding procrastination? Tomorrow, until nothing gets done. So there's a whole understanding around time management that I think everyone critically needs. Now, if you talk of emotional intelligence, many people have never even heard it. All of us know IQ, intellectual intelligence. But to be emotionally in control, to be emotionally intelligent, so that you can control your own emotions, you can also preempt and understand the emotions of others, is a very, very, very important skill. Negotiation. Everything in life, at work, in business, in your daily life, you're negotiating because you are finding your way through. How can I partner? How can I collaborate? How can we relate? What is in it for me? What can I give? What can I take? Do you know that sometimes we take even poor salaries and bad benefits because we lack the capacity and the competence to negotiate? Then, of course, leadership. It may be that you are a leader in your role, but all of us are leaders. I lead by influence. I lead by example. Do we understand leadership? Do we have those skills for leadership? At every level, you need them. Then things like teamwork. Everything is a team. Even at a family, you are a team. In schools, you are teams. In business, more so than ever before. Do you have the skills for teamwork? Do you know how to work together as a team on a common goal and deliver together as a team, respecting each other, understanding each other? There are so many skills that everyone needs. And now that we've moved into the IT era, things like self-discipline, self-management, but also at the same time, willingness to be a life learner, to be able to be curious. All those are life skills. And everyone needs them. Not like at some point in life, but on a regular, continuous basis. They cut across the young, the old.
IT itself, totally one needs to have the discipline.
But there are skills for discipline.
Okay.
I can teach you quickly what the skills are for discipline are. We don't have time for that now.
Anyways, as Route International Limited,
yes.
I'm sure you've been here for quite a long time. How, with the trainings and the services that you do offer, how do you stay unique, especially in this changing Africa's diverse workforce?
Yes. So actually, there are several things that make us unique. First of all, the niche in which we are focusing. There are very few enterprises focusing on soft skills. You get people who will take one soft skill, like pick out and say, I'm a leadership coach, and that's all they do. But to be a leader, you need communication skills, you need negotiation skills, you need emotional intelligence.
Before you realize they're just out there and just being motivational speakers.
Yes.
Okay.
Before they know it. Or what they are doing is telling you the what. To be a leader, you need this, you need this, you need this. For us, we go beyond the what, we do the how. Yeah. We arm you with the actual tactics, skills, tricks, know-hows, which have been proven that they can help you to be what you want to be. So in this space of being all-inclusive as a soft skills enterprise, we are very unique, but also the way we do our things. We don't just stand in front of you and lecture. We know that people don't learn very well that way. So we are very practical, we are very hands-on. We will use storytelling, we will use scenarios, we will use role plays.
Come for adult classes.
Especially for yes. So if somebody stands there and lectures you, there's no way you are going to last. Just go through it. And it's all theory, yes. So we are very, very practical.
I feel like I'm already wanting, like I really want to enroll. Do you have success stories of individuals, maybe companies that have benefited from your program?
Yeah. So we focus on various target groups. So one target group is secondary school going children. So we work with certain schools. And we've gone to schools and you see the light in children's eyes. They don't need to tell you they are absorbing something. You can see it. But for example, at university, the first time we did it at one of the universities, we enrolled a group of 12. We took them through soft skills. We also have soft skills for entrepreneurship. How do you come up with a business idea? How do you move from a business idea to a company? How do you handle customers? We took them through a package of trainings. By graduation, all 12 had jobs. 2 had a job and a side hustle.
So you try to follow them up and get to know that they benefit?
We have an alumni. We have a database. Right now on our database, we have over 5,000 individuals who have at one time trained with us. We have living examples of people who walk in here broken. Maybe they have just been sacked, and we take them through a package of how do you find job adverts and make sense of them? How do you write a CV? How do you write a cover letter? We prepare them for job interviews, more than 90% success rate.
So I'm guessing
within a short time they have a job.
Depending on what you have to offer them, that determines.
We tailor make. We
so
don't make everybody the same size.
He's looking at Sandra and they're like, this needs a whole year for me to go through.
Learning is not a short-term project. So I cannot tell somebody that, oh, no, I can fix you all these soft skills. We have over 30 modules.
Okay, so is it like quarterly?
So sometimes we package, we give people a package. Sometimes we give just one thing which somebody needs. But we want people to be associated with us continuously. So the companies which have registered with us, we start with a package, we move on to the next training, we move on to the next training, because it's like growing somebody for exercise. If you go and really work out very seriously once, you just get muscle pain. You don't get muscle growth. But we want people to continuously learn and grow and then practice.
And then what role, in being specific, what role does it really play? The mentorship, the
soft skills thing? Amazing. There's now evidence that over 70% of your success in any area of life will depend on soft skills. 75%. So this is established, well known. So if you don't have solid soft skills, you're operating on a quota capacity, even if technically you're an expert. So they improve your thinking, they improve your discipline, they improve your productivity. There's evidence to show that a workforce, when you increase their soft skills level, their productivity goes up and your profits go up as well. They help you to form good relationships. So with good soft skills, you can form solid, long-lasting, comfortable relationships because of the way you communicate, the way you respect them, the way you manage time, or the ones we have talked about before. So they impact you both in terms of growth, in terms of productivity, entry into the workforce. If you don't have some of these, that's why many people remain in the coach, because they don't have the skills to enter the workforce. Promotion at work is never because you have gone back and studied a degree. In fact, these days when you go back and study a degree and come clamoring for promotion, they sack you. Because one more degree does not make you a more productive person, but more soft skills will make you more productive.
Amazing.
So they have all sorts of impact in all aspects of our lives. And for those of you who have businesses, if you have a workforce running your business whom you are not empowering with soft skills, you ask them, handle my customers well. How? Speak nicely. We give all these instructions to everybody. But how is the problem? That's where we come in, because we give the exact skills that people need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. We're having a wonderful time. For the viewers just joined us, thank you for choosing UBC here to inspire you. Our guest for the day, Dr. Jen. Wow, soft skills. I'm learning quite a lot. I would love to stay much longer, but I'm sure at least you've picked up one or two things. Now, I want to find out from Doctor, how do you deal with accessibility? Maybe people from remote areas would love to get into the training and have the opportunities for development.
Yes. So that's actually a tricky question. Many people struggle with it. We are struggling with it as well. So here we have a training center, but rarely do we train here because geographically it is limited. It can only be accessed by people around here or people from Kampala who want to come here. We find you at your place. So our team, we are mobile. We've gone to Mbarara, we've gone to Kasese, different areas. Obviously, that's not the optimal part. We've developed an infrastructure for training online. Like the other day, we were training online. Over 270 people joined from all over. And sometimes we get people from Abu Dhabi, from Canada, from UK, joining into the online training. That's also a very powerful, and we have perfected it. We can give a full, good training online. We also now, we are working on an e-learning platform where you can log in yourself, study at your own pace, at your own time. At the end of it, you generate your certificate automatically. You generate your certificate. But also, I believe in writing. I'm a writer. Wow. So we've written this book. This you can read from anywhere. So this book is one of its kind on soft skills. The 12 that you need to succeed in work, in business, and in life. Right now, it's available online on Amazon, but maybe by the end of March, because the printing is taking place, we will have it all over. It can serve as a textbook for people at university, people in vocational schools. Individuals can read it. And a book doesn't have geographical boundaries. So I'm hoping that this will scale up the work. On our social media, we are very active. We always give tips for people to learn. We keep this alumni, as I said, of thousands of people on our, every week we put something for them to learn. But of course, we are looking also for support and funding to be able to reach people, as you said, in the most remote areas, because that's where the change can start from.
Wow, 12 fundamentals. That's an
So,
amazing book. 12 fundamental soft skills.
Yes.
We all need this.
So right now I'm taking pre-orders, but by end of March, the bookshops will all have it. Yeah.
How do you envision Route International Limited years to come and the impact it will definitely have on Africa as a whole?
Okay. So right now we are operating it as an enterprise, as a company. We charge small charges, but of a large population, it makes financial sense in the end. We've just completed our registration in Rwanda. So by the first quarter, by March, April, we should be operational in Rwanda. My dream is to register in as many countries as possible. So that's the first thing. But I think the second thing, the way I see it in the long run, is for there to be soft skills academies in every country in Africa, where people can go and have comprehensive learning of soft skills, where universities can partner so that there is soft skills training in the schools and the universities. But the bottom line is to overhaul the curriculum. Overhaul the curriculum, not just in small ways, but to really overhaul it so that the two components, hard skills and soft skills, are seen together.
I mean the curriculum like in general, because now it's in phases, the UCE.
Yeah. I mean, eventually maybe it will, because even in developing countries, they are struggling with this, to try and see if they can change the curriculum in such a way that the focus is not just on knowledge and academic. And there is a way we can do it in such a way that as I teach you how to paint, I can also teach you how to work in a team, how to be emotionally intelligent. But that means a completely mindset.
So we need to have people like you to assess that bit.
Yes, that,
Because it is good on the other hand, since it's helping someone get to know what they can do.
Yes.
And how can they do it.
Yes.
Instead of just having the knowledge, but we need people like you
to be on board. Yes. And I am a big voice for these soft skills. Now people don't actually call me Dr. Jane anymore. They call me Dr. Soft Skills. And I like that.
And I think it's good if they start from the lower ground as well.
Yes. Even the children, even in homes, we need to start thinking, okay, this child is learning how to write. But at the same time, when they are playing, do they see that they are learning teamwork?
You reminded
they are learning social skills.
A neighbor, we check the remote, we check the report card.
Yeah.
Babies in middle class.
Yeah.
But then with the sharing bit, the marks were so minimal.
Yeah.
So such.
Yeah. And yet, in the end, what's going to make that child successful is
share.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do I partner to collaborate and have this mission go beyond?
So I think, and I've been on several TVs, I've been on several radios. As I said, I write. But this is not something that it should be left to Dr. Jane. I think now you have the message. Now the people listening to me, you have the message. Reflect. In my life, what are the gaps in soft skills that I have? And all of us have them. You say, maybe I don't communicate well. Maybe my time management is low. Maybe my leadership, even though I am a leader, I may be representing people in parliament, but maybe my leadership problems are not so solid. All of us, let us reflect, because that's where it starts. As long as you are complacent and you think, me, I know it all, I don't have any gaps, we cannot round you up. We can only round up somebody who has accepted the fact that some of my edges are what? Are rough. They need rounding up. And then once you have accepted that there is a gap somewhere, then we can talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we let Dr. go,
yes,
a word of encouragement or something she has at heart. Yeah, she's so passionate and she wishes well for all of us out there, especially the young people. We need to tap into what she has as we facing as far as the changes are concerned to do with the curriculum. A word of encouragement from her before we let her go. Maybe to the parents out there.
Yes.
The stakeholders, to the curriculum.
To the stakeholders out there. The word soft does not do justice to this sector. People think that once you call it soft, it's jelly. It's, it's not so difficult. It's not. But this is a different type of softness. This is soft, which needs to be put on. Like we say software. At first people thought software. Look now, so without software, you can't do anything. Even if you have the best computer, it has to have software. So look at soft skills like you see software, that there's no way society is going to grow without embedding soft skills into our fabric. And then, so if you are a parent, make sure that you are embedding these soft skills into your children. But also, when you take your child to school, ask, are there people who come here to train my child in these soft skills? Because sometimes we go to schools and they say yes, oh my God, what a beautiful, oh Dr. Jane, this is marvelous. When I say, can we partner? Oh, no, our programs are full, our curriculum is full, we don't have time, we don't have money. So parents, make sure that your children, the schools they go to, you can influence how they get taught. If you are paying tuition at a university and the university is not incorporating soft skills into the program, it is not going, you're going to be like I was at the beginning. You remember the tears I cried? If you don't have them, you are not ready for work. You are not ready for business. You are not ready for life. So be proactive in demanding for them. And then, of course, if you hear there is a course happening somewhere, a training happening somewhere, don't just look and turn away. If you yourself, you think you don't benefit, your child can benefit. Your cousin can benefit. Your uncle, can benefit. So let's all put our thoughts and our works and our resources together to make this sector grow. I cannot do it on my own, no matter how much passion and resources I put in.
Wow. Thank you so much for making time to join us and inspire many Ugandans. And this message cuts across. It's beyond Africa. Route International Limited, that's how they pronounce it, Route International Limited. Yes. All over the social media platforms, follow them up and catch up. Lots of information that Dr. Jane is giving you to better yourself. It cuts across for all ages. Entrepreneurs, the young students, people working in different companies, personally have benefited a lot. What's really unique about Dr. Jane, she's a hands-on person. Yes. With her mentorship and with how committed she really is, she's not only building the individuals out there, the entrepreneurs, the career growth when it comes to individuals and the businesses, building businesses. She cuts across. She's looking at resilience, excellency, and across Africa. That is how she inspires and reaches out to many of us. Visit her socials. Please tap into her intelligence and you'll not regret it when it comes to entrepreneurs out there and organizations. There's really a lot to share when it comes. And look out for her book as well. If you did not really get so much, at least check out her book. I'm sure you'll get all the inspiration that you deserve. And of course, for watching Entrepreneurs Hub. We salute you and appreciate you. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Looking forward to spending more time with you next week, same time, same place. Stay tuned.